Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is going to be a recap of how I executed this GBP USD trade 8 o'clock Eastern Time, New York. Alright, so what you're going to be learning in this episode is we're going to be going to the higher time frame, like the 4-hour time frame. Since we are day trading, we're going to identify the direction of the price, and then we're going to go all the way down to the 1-hour time frame, and then we're going to mark our breakover structures. We're going to go ahead and mark our demand zones, and we're going to mark our Asia high and Asia low liquidity, and then we're going to wait for the price to come back to a demand zone. On the lower time frame, we're going to refine the demand zone, and then we wait for a change of character. After that, we're going to execute and target previous highs. So this is going to be an amazing video, so make sure you like and share this video, and if you have any questions, you can always put your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you want to upgrade your knowledge, get the ebook that I have, and it contains about 119 pages smart money trading. The link is going to be in the description down below. Without wasting much of your time, let me show you guys first an illustration of how it's going to look like. I tend to realize this, it teaches a lot, when it comes to the newbies especially. So this is what's going on the higher time frame. Okay, the higher time frame, clearly we have a strong momentum of an uptrend price creating higher highs, higher lows on the 4-hour time frame. So we realize on the 4-hour time frame that the price is in extreme bullish move. So therefore, the only thing that we're going to be looking for on the lower time frame, the 1 hour and below, is a buy momentum. We're looking for our demand zones marked up, and we're looking for a buy position. Okay, so how I trade here, how I traded this trade today is, once I identified the direction of the price on the 4-hour time frame, I went all the way down to the 1-hour time frame. So the 1 hour, basically, this is what is going on in the 1-hour time frame. 1 hour was doing this type of stuff. Okay, all right. So 1-hour time frame, what I did was I marked my Asia high and Asia low. I went ahead and marked my Asia high and Asia low. Okay, Asia high and Asia low. And the reason why I do that is because I want to see liquidity taken out. Liquidity is what moves the market. It is very important to wait for a liquidity takeout. If you ever see a break of a structure and you have a demand zone, and mostly the demand zone can be found between the higher low and the higher high of this move here before the break of this structure. Usually, most of the time, it sits around this area, okay, which is the extreme area of higher low before the break of the structure. And sometimes you can find it somewhere here, but demand zones are not located here, okay. After the break of a structure, demand zones, you always have to look for the demand zones within the higher low and the higher high before the break of a structure. This is where the demand zone lies. This is a secret that I'm giving you guys, okay? Make sure you write it down and make sure you practice this on the chart. All right, so I marked the break of a structure on the 1-hour time frame, Asia low liquidity, Asia high liquidity, and then I went ahead and marked my demand zone, which was somewhere here on the 1-hour time frame. Then what I'm going to do after that is I went all the way down to the 5-minute time frame. I refined the demand zone, and then I waited for the price to give me a change of character, come back to a low time frame demand zone, and then execute a position without any hesitation, targeting the high here. Guys, when you have a proper risk management and a proper strategy, and you know what you're doing in the markets, and you spent hours and hours and hours on the chart, and you basically know what you're doing, you're not going to worry about losing a trade or two. It's all right. Everybody loses a trade. This is part of the market. In trading, whenever you lose money, we call it a market expense. Okay, when you rent, if you basically have a restaurant, you have to pay rent. So your rent, you paying rent in the market is when you lose money. This is exactly how it is. So we look at it as an expense. So we don't worry about it. We don't dwell in it. It's all good. It happens. It's part of the game. So get used to that. The more you become, you get used to losing, the better you can be in trading. All right. Money has to be nothing to you when it comes to trading. And the only thing that you have to stick with is your strategy and your risk management, which is very, very important. And you have to have a good mindset. Okay. Remember, trading is all about psychology most of the time and almost every time. All right. So now, without wasting much of your time, let me go to the chart and show you guys exactly how it played out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this price. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this price right here and show you guys one by one exactly what happened. All right. So let me cut this price real quick and let me clean this up real quick. All right. So now that we have everything cleaned up, let me hide this indicator that I'm using. And by the way, I'm using the kill zone Asia range indicator by, let me see, by, what was the name of the guy again? A lot of you guys have been asking me this question and I answered almost every time. Asia range. And I use this indicator because by RJG Trader, and I use this indicator because it saves me time. All right. And instead of marking it myself, it saves me a lot of time. So now what I will do is I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame. So when you go to the 4-hour time frame, guys, you can see that the price is in extreme bullish. Price is breaking structures from left to right. Okay. We can see major structure broken here. Okay. We can see a major structure that's broken here. There's also minor structures that's getting broken right here. Price reversing from demand zones. And we have another major structure broken here. Minor structure getting broken. You have to always identify your minor and your major structures. But what's more important is marking your major structures, which is very, very important. Okay. So when the price is breaking major structures, this tells you that we are in a extreme bullish or bearish. Okay. And regardless, so in this case we are in a bullish momentum on the 4-hour time frame. As a day trader, mark this. Okay, write this somewhere. As a day trader, your high time frame will be the 4 hours. You can go to the daily time frame and check what's going on, but your main higher time frame will be the 4 hours, the 1 hour, and then your entry will be the 15 minutes and below. All right. So now that I identified the direction of the price, which is higher highs, higher lows, we can see that price is creating higher highs, higher lows right here. Everything is going great, amazingly. Okay, we can see that everything is going smooth. Higher highs, higher lows. Identify the bullish market. Now, what I did was I went all the way down to the 1-hour time frame, and then I went ahead. I marked my break of structure here. I can see that we have a break of structure right there, very clean and clear. And we can also see that on the 1-hour time frame, price is creating high highs, high lows. Breaking the structures to the upside, high highs, high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, and high high. So price is basically creating high highs, high lows, and breaking the structures. This is not going to be a pullback. This is going to be one straight move all the way here, because this is not a valid pullback, because the high of this candle and the low of this candle is protected. And if you also want to learn about how pullback work, go watch my pullback video. It will teach you a lot about pullbacks and how it works. Pullback is very important. You have to know when a valid pullback is identified or not. All right. So on the 1-hour time frame, I went ahead and marked my break of structure. So we can see that the 1-hour and the 4-hour time frame are going to the same direction. So now I use the indicator, the kill zone indicator, which is right here, and this gives me my Asia high and Asia low marked up without wasting much of my time. So now I went ahead and mark up my Asia low liquidity right here, and then Asia high liquidity for future purposes right there. All right. So the reason why liquidity is very important is because in order for the banks to fill their orders, they need a ton of liquidity. The market cannot move without liquidity. Liquidity simply means money or cash. All right. How liquid the market is. So liquidity is basically money in other terms. So without liquidity, no market, nothing will move. So now that I marked my Asia high and Asia low liquidity, I went ahead all the way down to the 15-minute time frame, and I'm trying to find a demand zone between here and here before the break of structure. Remember, demand zones are basically found between the higher low and the higher high, but before the break of structure. Before the break of structure. I repeat, before the break of structure. All right. So now I went all the way down to the 15-minute time frame. Once I went to the 15-minute time frame, now what I'm looking for in the 15-minute time frame is a demand zone. So right here, we can see that we have a clear demand zone that broke this structure and then broke this structure at the same time. You can see that this demand here created a ton of breaks. Okay, this demand zone here broke this structure, and then basically we had a little bit of rest over here, and then the market continued going up, but we don't have any imbalance going on over here. And the thing about the demand zone is it has to have some type of imbalance. Okay, when the banks enter a trade, or when they fill their orders, they usually leave some type of imbalance, creating a gap in the market. So you can see there's an imbalance between the high of this candle and the low of this candles here. So there's imbalance going on right here. So this tells us that there are a ton of orders that's sitting here since the market moved rapidly. And then when the market comes back over here with the big candles that we can see, this is an indication almost they don't have any wicks, which is a clear indication of big players getting into the market. No one can do this except the big players. The retail traders do not have the money to move the market this way. Okay, when you see a full candle like that, and you see an imbalance, and you see a clear demand zone, like this, with an imbalance and everything else, with big momentum, this tells you that break of structure and everything else, this tells you that the banks and the big institutions are around this area. So now I went ahead and went all the way down to the 5-minute time frame, or even lower. Okay, so on the 5-minute time frame, we can see that the price is creating lower highs, lower lows, heading to the direction of the downside. Lower highs, lower lows, breaking the structures to the downside, giving us that momentum of like, there is a short-term sell going on, and the price is heading to the downside. Okay, this is not going to be a valid pullback, so be careful with this. This is not going to be a valid pullback. Be careful with this. All right. This is going to be a valid pullback, so be careful with this, because the high and the low of this candle is basic. The high of this candle is protected, and the high of this candle is protected, but it broke the previous low candle, which is this one here. So this is still considered a bearish market, although it is a green in color. Color doesn't matter sometimes. All right, so you have to know how pullbacks work. So the market came all the way down here, and then when it did that, it gave us that change of character somewhere. Let me continue playing this and show you guys what happened. So the market continued dropping. Okay, continue dropping. And what I'm waiting for is basically a change of character. A change of character means a reversal. The price hits our demand zone. So now we're waiting for a change of character. Okay, a change of character, guys. All right. So here we have price creating low highs, lower lows. Let's continue playing. So I want this last high, if it happens, and giving change of character, price close, goes above it, comes back, and then I'm gonna take the trade. All right. Sorry. This thing went too fast. All right. So here we can see that we have the price breaking the structure right there, giving us that change of character. This was the last lower high, led to the lower low on the lower time frame, 5-minute time frame, and the price finally came back to our demand zone on the higher time frame demand zone, and everything is now aligning together. Okay, so if you are trading this, or if you're scalping this, you must know what's going on the 1-hour time frame, and this is your red zone where you exit and stop scalping, and now you look for a buy position. Okay, so without saying with all saying that, now I went ahead and executed the trade right here. Okay, my stop loss was below the structure. Okay, my stop loss was below the structure. Okay, and then my target was the previous high right there, about 53 pips is what it was. Okay, all right, now let's play the price and see what happens. Right away, without any hesitation, it boomed right after that. Okay, how many hours it took? Not even that long. It took about 2 hours and a half, basically, is what it took. Everything was great. I exited the market, I closed out my profits and walk away. All right, so guys, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Support this channel. We bring a lot of value, and I show you guys how I take the trades, how I executed my positions, and all that good stuff. I try to be as precise as I can, as transparent as I can. At the end of the day, there's enough money in the market, so whatever it is that's going in the market is unlimited. All right, anybody can make money in this market. If you make money, it's not going to decrease me, and if I make money, it's not going to decrease you, and if you make money, it's not going to decrease me at the same time. So we all winning at the end of the day, and I want everybody to win. So please share this channel with your friends and who are into trading, and also make sure you like and share this video and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel so that we can go ahead and reach more people. Again, your host, your brother Jamal. Thank you very much again. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Don't hesitate. You will make it. All right. Until next time, Peace and love.